Hi, it's Morgan. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am here to talk about The Legend of Korra. Recently I watched Avatar the Last Airbender and I just posted some of my reactions and thoughts. And everybody said I need to watch Korra and I need to do a review on Korra. So here I am doing my reaction to Korra, even though it's a little bit delayed. I did film a vlog right after I finished season 2, which I will post in a second. And then I'm gonna tell you my response on like the whole thing because I just binge watched it. It had been described to me as a slightly more adult version of Avatar, and that's exactly how I felt. There are a lot of dark themes that are in Avatar the Last Airbender, but you have to know to look for them. Like a kid might not pick up on it. They're not as explicit, you know, like Zuko's whole background and his whole family. It's just a bad guy for a little kid that's watching it, but when you're an adult, you're like, wow, this is child abuse. Legend of Korra did that again, but I think they took that to a new level, so I loved seeing that. It definitely kept that concept of things being out of balance equals bad. I also just really like the character of Kora. She was amazing. I loved her as the Avatar. Her friends were great too. And now I will get into my immediate reactions of season 2. So I am watching The Legend of Korra. I've just finished season 2. And so far I really enjoy it. I like Avatar the Last Airbender better. This is definitely different and I can appreciate it for different reasons. But I'm enjoying it so far. And I really like Kora. She's amazing, especially in this season. She definitely grew a lot. She became really badass at the end. My favorite part in this past season is that Iroh made an appearance, like, in the spirit world. I was so excited. I didn't expect that. Even though my friends told me that was gonna happen, I didn't believe them. My favorite character is probably General Iroh, like the young General Iroh that's voiced by the same guy that voices Zuko. Wonder why. I really like Kora and I like Asami. I like all the main characters, but my favorite is probably Mako, even though I know a lot of people don't like him. I don't like him as much as I like Zuko by any stretch of the imagination, but I do, and he's definitely a flawed character, but I enjoy seeing his story, and I would be sad if he wasn't in it anymore. I like him. I love Eska. She's hilarious. I did not realize she was April from Parks and Rec. Like, I kept saying this girl sounds exactly like April from Parks and Rec, and then I realized it was her. And that made me really, really excited. But that storyline's just, it's so ridiculous, but it's funny and it's amusing. Oh, actually my favorite character is the little fire ferret. I forget his name, but I really like him. He's the best. All right, on to season 3. My thoughts have changed a little bit between the end of season 2 and season 4. Mako is definitely not my favorite character anymore. I don't dislike him, but he's not my favorite. I loved Bolin and Opal. I thought they were a cool couple. I loved the ferret. He is my favorite still. I did love the new characters. I loved the airbenders, especially in the later seasons. I love the bad guys, especially in the later seasons. Season 3 and 4, like I said, really made the series for me. I thought the concept was cool in the first few series. I loved seeing the history of the Avatar in season 2. My new favorite Avatar is Avatar 1, like, of all time, or previous Avatar, not including Aang and Korra. But season 3 and 4, just like the ending of season 3, that was just so epic. And the bad guys, like, they really upped their game with the bad guys in these, and then seeing Korra's psychological and physical struggle in season 4 was just heartbreaking and so emotional, and I really, like, I felt for her, and it was amazing to see her overcome that. Like, that was worth that whole series. And then in season 4, the only thing that I didn't really like about season 4 was I wish that we'd had more of all of them together. Like, I don't know, the Team Avatar. They kind of all did their own stories, and that was really cool and really interesting, and I'm glad that they split up for the sake of like keeping the story moving, but I do wish we'd had a little bit more of them all together. I loved everything that they did with Lin and Sue, Beifong. I thought they were awesome and their whole families. That was great. I didn't particularly like that they were Toph's daughters. Like, it was cool. I don't know how I feel about the characters from Avatar, like seeing their kids. That's just something that bothers me in fiction in general, and I don't know if it's just me or other people, but like for some reason, like when a story ends, I just want to imagine the rest. I don't like being told like this is who they end up with and this is their kids, because it just, I don't know, it feels weird, because maybe, I don't know, I relate to these characters and I feel like I'm growing with them, and then all of a sudden we've skipped like 60 years and I'm like, what is going on? You guys are now a lot older than me, but just ridiculous, because, you know, otherwise you're gonna grow and they're gonna be young, you know. I don't know what I'm saying anymore, but I was glad that they were in it from the perspective of, yay, familiar characters, but I also felt like they didn't need to be there. The show would have still been the same without them. I just felt sorry for Toph. Like, she has these kids, and they don't get along and they don't even really like her, or maybe even if they do make up at the end, like they just, I still feel sorry for her. Like I want them to be a happy family, or she should have just not had kids. Like if she's that non-attachment, non-family oriented, then why did she have the kids? I don't know. I didn't expect her to be a perfect mom. It doesn't surprise me that she's not a perfect mom, but it's still like that irked me a little bit. I don't like it. But it's not a big enough problem that it took away from the show at all. This is just a personal thing that I like to complain about, because I like to complain about TV shows. Now, Zuko, when he came in, I was really excited. I might put some text up here because I like texted everyone that knew, and I was so excited to see Zuko. But actually my favorite appearance of an older character that came back was Iroh. I loved Iroh in the series, and I was so glad how they did it. I still, again, felt kind of sorry for him because he's in the spirit world, and I don't think his son is in the spirit world. I mean, maybe, but to me it seemed like it's not where everyone goes when they die. It's only when people that are like very enlightened, or people that are trapped in that, whatever it is, that lost souls pit. It makes me feel kind of sad that he has to live his whole life in the spirit world where he might not ever be able to see his son again. And then that moment when Kora mentioned Iroh to Zuko and how she talked to him, that was like the best moment for me as a Zuko fan. Okay, moving on. Zuko having a dragon was pretty badass. I liked that. There's like so many costumes from the original Avatar that I want to do, but I really want to cosplay Korra now, and I kind of want to cosplay Opal. I definitely enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below who your favorite characters were and what you thought about the Legend of Korra. And let me know who you think I should cosplay from Korra, or the original Avatar, who you'd like to see me cosplay if you think that I could pull someone off. Well, that's it for today. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.